Welcome to Ross's Movies again, the movie reviews again. I felt that there was so much to talk about this movie that I'm going to make a part two about this. Um, the one thing in this series I think that is so cool was they made very incredible evolutionary stunts for action movies. These are stunts that you've never even seen before in these movies. I mean, before they had the Towering Inferno, which was great, it was a great movie, but they didn't have people jumping out of buildings. They didn't have people dealing so with such close action. Usually in the Towering Inferno, people were just dealing with fire. They weren't dealing with fire, gun, bullets, water, all this other stuff. The explosions are incredible. The action scenes are very well done. I mean, and I think that's what gives this series a lot of resonance in the 80s, because just this was never done before in that time. Bruce Willis is great in this. He plays John McClane to a T, and it's a great movie. It really is. And the reason why I said that this did have some resemblance, you know, um, remnants to these what happened, and why this had so much power, and why it came back in September 11th, was because people needed to believe in something, even though it was a movie character. They needed to believe that something that would defeat these guys such an overwhelming odd. And I think that's why Die Hard had its second life after September 11th. I mean, it before 2000. The DVDs came out in 2000, and it really did have a lot of, it sold a lot of copies, and I think rightfully so, because it's a great entertaining collection. Even though you may not like some of the movies, I mean, Die Hard 2 was great. It was a great sequel. It was a fun sequel. Die Hard 3, although it was over the top, way over the top, it was fun. The latest one, Die Hard, Live Free or Die Hard, it brought the essence back to Die Hard. It salvaged the series. It made the series, it brought the series back. It brought John McClane back, even though he was old. He could still kick some ass, and stuff like that. The action scenes, the same as the Die Hards before, were incredible action scenes. They were great and fun to watch. But I think that when you're talking about action movies, you can't fail to mention this. It's just, it would just be a crime not to mention Die Hard, because it really influenced these terrorists. It really put these terrorist action movies on the map. And if we did not have Die Hard, we would not have Clear and Present Danger, and we would not have Patriot Games, and these other terrorist movies that are like Spy Game, or hell, even the Bourne series, which I liken close to John McClane's character in this. He's kind of like the underdog, and I think that look at this part right here, just when he's going down this elevator shaft. I mean, and this would be a signature thing throughout almost all the Die Hards, is the elevator shaft. It's a pretty, cool scene, because I don't think any action movie had ever done that before. Had his character in an elevator shaft crawling down with barely anything to hold on to. I mean, except a measly machine gun, and I think Bruce Willis showed that he wasn't just a comedy star at this point. I think in this time he showed that he could do all of these physical stunts, and he showed that he was more than just up for comedic actor. And I think this is the showcase that was perfect for him, and it showed his other talents as being, a serious actor, and that he could do some serious stuff, like, some serious stunts and stuff like that. And I think that the one thing that I never get tired of watching this movie for is just the thing that makes it that puts it all together. It's just so cool and fun to watch. It's a classic. I mean, it's a classic action movie. And, I could talk to every single guy on the street, or even women, and I would say, John McClane, and they would instantly know what that movie was. It's Die Hard. It's like, so everybody knows this movie. Everybody knows what it meant back in the 80s, and even the people that are younger even know who John McClane is. He's a household name, and he was put there because of, it was a sign of the time in the 80s. They needed a underdog hero, and I think that was a resonant of most action movies in the 80s, was the underdog, and hey, the series is worth buying. This movie is worth buying alone. And probably it will take them a while to put these out on HD or Blu-ray or whatever, because I haven't seen them out lately in Blu-ray. These would be fantastic to see in Blu-ray. And now that we have that, we can make these movies, movies like Die Hard, stand the test of time now. And I think it should, because it deserves it. Because it's just a great action movie, very well put together, and it's a part of 80s nostalgia. So, hey, see it. If you have not seen it, rent it, buy it. It's definitely worth buying, hands down. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you very much.